Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and let the procession begin. remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. Please feel free to join in the singing. Please be seated. University Chaplain Craig Coker will now give the invocation.
Let us pray. Gracious God, author of knowledge, source of wisdom and truth, we give thanks for this festive day of memory and accomplishment, of joy and pride, gratitude and love. For the students who have completed their course and now embark on new beginnings. For the faculty and staff whose commitment to teaching and learning led to discovery and insight. For the families and friends whose support and encouragement sustained and inspired. For all of these, for all that has been and for all that is yet to come, we give you thanks. Amen.
Thank you, Craig. Distinguished guests, colleagues, parents, friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2018, as president of the University of Richmond, I now declare the University School of Professional and Continuing Studies commencement ceremony to be in session. It is a pleasure to celebrate with you the achievements of our 2018 graduates who have been part of our community of scholars here at the University of Richmond. It is also a pleasure to welcome today to campus the families of our graduates. Thank you for the support and encouragement you have shown to our graduates while they pursued their educational dreams here. I know you share our excitement in today's celebration of the culmination of work that has taken place over many years. I likewise want to express my deep appreciation to our faculty and staff for the enduring contributions they have made in the lives of our graduates. I'd now like to introduce the Dean of the School of Professional and Continuing Studies, Dr. Jamel Wilson. It is a privilege to collaborate with her in advancing the school and the university at large. Dr. Wilson.
Good morning.
It is my pleasure to be with you today as we celebrate the accomplishments of the SPCS class of 2018. I would like to begin by thanking President Crutcher and Dr. LeGros for their leadership and guidance. The School of Professional and Continuing Studies continues to grow and prosper, and I'm grateful for their confidence in the work we do and for their support. Commencement is a special time for the graduates, the culmination of years of persistence, hard work, and sacrifice. Each of you has made an extraordinary commitment to reach this milestone, and our primary goal this morning is to honor you and your achievements. Commencement is also an opportunity for us to acknowledge our past and those who have come before you. You are the 56th graduating class of the School of Professional and Continuing Studies. When you marched in this morning, you were preceded by current members of the SPCS Alumni Association, each of whom has sat where you are sitting now. When you walk across the stage in a few moments, you will be forever connected to the nearly 4,200 alumni who have graduated from the School of Professional and Continuing Studies since 1963, and with the 51,200 alumni who have graduated from this great institution since its founding more than 180 years ago. Several distinguished individuals have joined us this morning to help us honor you. We will hear from Wendell Roberts, chosen by our students as the Itzkowitz Family Distinguished Adjunct Faculty Award winner for 2018. I quote from one of his students, "He is the epitome of a stellar teacher, passionate, caring, knowledgeable, and above all, an uplifting classroom leader." You will hear from Robert Reed, our 2018 Gibb Family Distinguished Alumni Award recipient. A graduate of our weekend college program, he typifies what we want our graduates to achieve: success in his chosen profession combined with a commitment to serving the university and the Richmond communities. We will hear from Kendall Crawley Crawford, chosen from this year's graduates as someone who has done everything possible to maximize her educational experience. We're very proud of what she has accomplished and delighted that she has been chosen as our student speaker. And finally, we will honor each of you, the graduates who have worked so hard and contributed so much to the University of Richmond and to this community. In a very short while, you will become graduates of this fine university. You will become the University of Richmond School of Professional and Continuing Studies class of 2018. While your days of fulfilling classroom expectations may be over, you now have a responsibility to fulfill, expectations that reach far beyond the university. Thomas Jefferson, considered by some to be the father of democratic education, believed that the accumulation of knowledge would improve public and private life. Author Michael Roth suggests that Jefferson believed that, quote, "the independent and free thinking cultivated at the university level would develop individuals capable of thinking for themselves and taking responsibility for their actions in the context of their own communities," end quote. We have worked hard to provide you with an exceptional educational experience, one that invited you to think independently and freely, to challenge assumptions, and to stimulate your imagination of what can be. You have the responsibility to capitalize on those experiences and to advance that accumulation of knowledge toward an improved public and private life for yourselves and for your community. As a graduate, we invite you to be of service to your community and to the University of Richmond. I look forward to seeing you often at SPCS and university events. I look forward to hearing you extol the benefits of a Richmond education. I look forward to speaking with you as we embark on the next chapter of our school's evolution. Please accept my sincerest congratulations for what you have accomplished. Your SPCS family is very proud of you. It's now my pleasure to introduce Kendall Crawley Crawford, our student commencement speaker. She is a stellar representative of the class of 2018, as Kendall is a giving person in both her personal life and her profession. She is committed to ensuring healthy communities and environmental justice. Congratulations, Kendall, for this outstanding achievement. Please join me in welcoming our student speaker, Kendall Crawley Crawford.
Good morning, President Crutcher, Dean Wilson, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, family, friends, and my fellow graduates of the School of Professional and Continuing Studies Class of 2018, I am truly honored to have been chosen to speak to represent this graduating class today. I started my journey at University of Richmond because I believe that every person should have clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, clean food to eat, and safe land on which to live, love, work, and play. I am a nonprofit professional doing my own little part to help bend that moral arc of the universe towards justice. The under-resourced, overburdened nonprofit sector, always grasping for that American exceptionalism glimpsed by Alexis de Tocqueville, is all too often left to pick up the slack, plugging holes when business deems something as not profitable and the public sector is unable or unwilling to step in. Because of this, it is vital that our society have empowered, resilient, and resourceful leaders, especially in this field. I feel a passion for service, a passion for justice, and I am so glad to have been able to explore ideas, propose strategy, and develop as a leader with you all as a spider. We have journeyed together, struggled together, celebrated together, and through it all, made new friends. We have been equipped with the fundamental knowledge we need to brighten our corner of the world and to sprint for our hopes. As Harriet Tubman said, every great dream begins with a dreamer. Always remember, you have within you the strength, the patience, and the passion to reach for the stars to change the world. This has been my truth. Now I challenge you to find your own passion and to hold tight to it as you live with hope, share your gifts, and rise to your highest potential. Thank you.
Thank you, Kendall, for those insightful, inspiring remarks. I would now like to introduce Dr. Jeffrey W. LeGros, Executive Vice President and Provost of the university. As Provost, Dr. LeGros serves as the university's Chief Academic Officer and leader of the university's faculty. Dr. LeGros will introduce the recipient of the 2018 Itzkowitz Family Distinguished Adjunct Faculty Award. Please join me in welcoming Dr. LeGros to the podium.
Since 1977, the School of Professional and Continuing Studies has honored a distinguished faculty member with the Itzkowitz Family Distinguished Adjunct Faculty Award. Some of the previous recipients are with us today. Would you please stand and be recognized? The selection for this award is made by a vote of the SPCS students, and they enthusiastically selected Wendell C. Roberts, Adjunct Associate Professor from the school's Education Department. An attorney by trade, he is deeply committed to state and local institutions of education. Mr. Roberts works or has worked for the school boards of Chesterfield and Henrico counties, the Virginia Department of Education, the Virginia School for the Deaf and the Blind, the State Board of Education, and most importantly, as an instructor in the School of Professional and Continuing Studies since 2012. Many of the student nominations speak to Wendell's dedication to fostering an encouraging and inclusive classroom dynamic, his jovial nature and calming presence. Mr. Roberts meets his students where they are because he has been there too. Having earned his MBA and law degrees as a non-traditional student, Wendell appreciates the persistent challenges of a non-traditional student, but celebrates, as do you, what an enriching journey it is to become an alumni. Wendell, congratulations on this award. We look forward to hearing your remarks.
President Crutcher, Dean Wilson, Provost LeGros, colleagues, friends, and most importantly to the class of 2018. I am honored to be here and grateful to be part of your graduation celebration. Every year, I enjoy reading the mindset list from Beloit College that shows how brand new college students have no idea of what happened before they were born. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's the list that says, college students today have never known a world without Starbucks. Or, college students today only know Bill Clinton as Hillary's aging husband. This list reminds me that no one can ever really know or ever really prepare for what's coming in the future. But one reason to celebrate today is that because of your hard work, your perseverance, and your commitment to a goal, you have built the foundation for success in whatever comes ahead. What's truly special about what you've achieved today is that your degree from SPCS is what all education will look like in the future. Many of you, if not all of you, have successfully blended your studies with your jobs, and that is the future of college education. It's called a number of different things. It's called cooperative education, internships, apprenticeships. I prefer something more basic, like learning while doing. Your experience combining workplace practice and classroom theory is what's on the horizon for colleges everywhere. The degree from SPCS and your presence here today leaves you perfectly poised to handle what comes on the road ahead, and we celebrate your accomplishment today. What's also special is that you have lived and learned collaboration. Both government and industry now recognize the importance of collaboration to success in the workplace. Our school has long recognized the power of each other, and the evidence of your collaboration in the classroom is sitting before me right now. So look to your fellow graduates, to the left, to them to the right. They're your partners on the road ahead. And now is the time to start celebrating these new collaborations going forward. Today is the day we celebrate and give thanks to all of those who have supported you. Through the long nights, the canceled vacations, the sick children, and their support by doing all the housework you didn't have time to do, which, by the way, you can start doing again now that you've graduated. It's an honor to share in today's celebration, and for those of you that I have taught to have shared in your academic journey. Thanks to my wife Cheryl and my children Matthew and Christine for supporting my work here at Richmond. And a very special thanks to my colleague and good friend Dave Myers. Dave is an outstanding educator whom I've had the pleasure of teaching with for the past 7 years. I could have no better mentor. Now, continue and enjoy this beautiful day, all that you've accomplished, knowing that you are poised, prepared, and ready for the road ahead. I am excited for you.
Thank you, Wendell, for your remarks. Wendell was presented with a University of Richmond Captain's Chair this past Wednesday evening at the SPCS Night Awards recognition of this honor. In 2003, Andrew Gibb, University College class of 1983, and his family endowed this award in perpetuity as the Gibb Family Distinguished Alumni Award. At this time, I would like to introduce the president of the SPCS Alumni Association, Eric Beatty, who will introduce this year's recipient. Eric?
Good morning. This long-established award represents the strength and purpose of our alums. The recipients remain in the SPCS family by distinguishing their service to the university, community, and profession. It is my honor to introduce the 2018 recipient of this prestigious award, Robert Reed. Robert has been involved with the SPCS from the beginning of his studies in the weekend college program. Not only was he initially involved with the Student Government Association, but he remained connected by joining the Alumni Association. With each year, he became more and more committed, ultimately leading him to be elected president of the SPCS Alumni Association for this year. We are thrilled that Robert is the recipient of this award. His service and leadership reflects his commitment and devotion. We look forward to all of you embracing this same loyalty.
Thank you very much, Eric. President Crutcher, Dean Wilson, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, friends, and graduates. Just 5 short years ago, I was seated where you are, sitting among friends with whom I had shared this journey, pondering the achievement I was here to celebrate. That morning, I thought about a question that had been posed to me by Professor Elizabeth Ray during a meeting in her office when we were discussing my final paper for her class, The History of Ideas. For those of you who don't know Professor Ray, while she may be of diminutive stature, she is an intellectual giant whose command of history and of her classroom are well known in the corridors of the University of Richmond. Her question was simple but powerful. Mr. Reed, why are you here? You may think it odd that a professor would ask a student why they are in school. However, it was a legitimate question. She knew from discussions in class that I had a very good job working in a regional capacity with an international hotel company. I was not looking to jumpstart my career or move in a different direction. So I gave her the answer that I'd given others who asked why I'd returned to school after 30 years. I told her that I was here to complete my degree in order to set a good example for my daughter. You see, at that time, my daughter Sophie was in middle school, and I imagined that when we were discussing her post-high school plans, she might say, "Dad, you did okay in life without earning your college degree, so why do I have to go to college?" I wanted to show her that even though I dropped out as a 20-year-old, it was important enough to me to go back and finish what I had started so many years ago. However, on that graduation day, I again thought of Professor Ray's question, but in a different light. I now was thinking, why am I here? What drew me to the University of Richmond? I imagine that my answer mirrors what attracted many of you to SPCS: the quality and reputation of a University of Richmond education, the ability to engage in intellectually stimulating discussions with skilled professors and motivated students, the beauty of the University of Richmond campus and quality of the facilities, the chance to cheer on Spider athletes, and attend world-class cultural events at the Maudlin Center. All of these, in one way or another, influenced my decision to enroll here. However, more important than what brought me to the University of Richmond is what I took from the University of Richmond. Most important to me are the relationships I made during the time I was here and the intellectual curiosity aroused in me through this institution's liberal arts education. There are friends sitting in this arena today who will be my friends for life. I'm certain that is the case for you, and I challenge you not to take that for granted, to maintain those relationships. As you are soon to be the newest alumni of SPCS, I implore you to stay connected, to get involved with the Alumni Association, attend the homecoming football tailgate, reminisce on reunion weekend, participate in one of the other networking and social activities for alumni. You've invested months or years of your life here. Now come back and enjoy it. And just as important as the relationships, the behavior that was reinforced by my University of Richmond education was a call to service. In my professional life, I work in the hotel business, so I am in essence paid to serve. However, it is the service for which I am not paid, from which I take the greatest satisfaction. I saw this modeled in and out of the classroom during my time at SPCS, whether it be an adjunct professor who gives selflessly of his or her time to ensure the success of a student, or students who volunteer to serve one another and the community through the SGA or Alumni Association. In another of my classes, The Rights and Responsibilities of Citizenship, Professor Anne-Marie Morgan challenged us to find a cause that resonated with us and to give of ourselves in service to this cause. My calling is the fight against hunger, and several times each year I lead those in my company to volunteer with Feed More, the local food bank. I challenge you to find your calling, not to add a bullet point to your resume or a new entry on your LinkedIn profile, but because you feel passionate about a cause and want to make a difference. So that is my answer to Professor Way's question, why are you here? What is yours? In answering that question, I trust that you too will find yourself changed for the better because of your time at the University of Richmond. Thank you, and congratulations, class of 2018.
Congratulations, Robert. We are very proud of what you've accomplished. Will all award candidates please rise and remain standing? That's you. Ladies and gentlemen, the apparent reluctant class. Ladies and gentlemen, the award candidates from the School of Professional and Continuing Studies are before you. Today, we present these students for formal recognition of their academic achievements. These individuals have completed the requirements for the certificates and degrees for which they are candidates and for which they have been approved. Also included are those candidates who will complete their programs in August. I commend these individuals to you. Dr. Crutcher.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Board of Trustees, I confer upon you the degree of the University of Richmond for which you have been certified with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities appertaining thereto. Congratulations. Will the graduates please be seated? The reader will now begin the conferral of degrees.
Will Dr. Jamel Wilson, Dean of the School of Professional and Continuing Studies, please come forward as Marshall Zinn leads the graduates forward. Will Marshal Zinn please allow the graduates to proceed? We now recognize the recipients of the Certificate in Applied Studies. Jennifer Lynn Barker. Deandra Ann DeBoris. Yvette D. Golke. Lok Man Sui. Emmett Tea Blapu. Robin Angelic Ure. Leslie N. Green. Kumba Kairi. Tavarius K. Marks. Kylie Ann Martin. Mary Catherine Raymond. Kelly Turner Vidunas. We now recognize the recipients of the Graduate Certificate in Educational Leadership and Policy Studies. George Christopher Fole, Jr. Angela Marie Foss. Katie Lynn Parsley. Arlene Frances Robinson. Amanda Morgan Sprinkle Hendrick. Sarah Catherine Warnick. Sarah Frances Blackburn. Christopher Frank Mazzella. Jamie B. Molyneux. Erica Nicole Regensburg. We now recognize the recipients of the Graduate Certificate in Human Resource Management. John Michael Cherison. Owen Samuel Lucas III. We now recognize the recipients of the Graduate Certificate in Public History. Cynthia E. Gaines. Sharon L. Peka. We now recognize the recipients of the Graduate Certificate in Teacher Licensure Preparation. Justin X. Bartlett. Danielle Ray Buck. Stephen Clark Chisholm. Alini S. C. Dolan. Celicia Janae Hartridge. Brittany N. Williams. Sarah Byrne Bennett. Erin Bonilla. David M. Mistler. Samantha Alexis Muse. Ann Taylor Robertson Rawls. Mary Paige Shinholzer. We now recognize the recipients of the Bachelor of Arts in Liberal Arts degree. Kara A. Kennedy. Holly Ann Matz. Sarah H. Worley. Joanne Clack. Sarah Elizabeth Collins. Ryan Scott Getchell. S. Slade Gormus. Peyton Michael Lassiter. Kelly G. Maiden. Viva N. Moore. Christina R. Paley. Eric Clay Roth. Virginia Lynn Silber. Macy Danielle Toller. Russell E. Wiles III. Laura Dawn Woods. We now recognize the recipients of the Bachelor of Science in Professional Studies degree. Chad Gregory Harris. Kimberly Michelle Payne. Deborah Jean Armstrong. Morgan James Brock. Christopher D. Dilworth. Shirley Maxwell Imay. Carrie Elizabeth G. Rebecca Reed Hubbard. Tracy Johnson. John Kearney. Melissa Nicole Mays, given by her father, Greg Mays, a graduate of SPCS. Itaya Sheree Needham. Douglas Atwater Wren. Chella A. Robertson. Zachary John Sled. Shonda Vaughn Williams. Ashley Elizabeth Zaharovich. We now recognize the recipients of the Master of Education degree. Megan Elizabeth Ashby. Benjamin M. Court. Charles Nicholas Davis. Tracy Zaval Horvath. Amalia Kim Kobelia. Carly Marie Alford, Danielle Marie Armstrong, Leslie Basile, Kimberly Michelle Boozer, Damia M. Brown Kidd, Margaret O'Keefe Burke, Shelley C. Burns, Emmanuel Isaiah Carter, Lindsay Ann Castle, who is also receiving her graduate certificate in teacher licensure preparation. Gregory Michael Goujon, Pedrick Dustin Hampton, Madeline Ann Hargis, David Edward Kern, Kirsten Lynn Logan, M. Rebecca Rose Leaders, Emily Luis Ramirez, Amanda Marshall Reed, Ashley Elizabeth Reynolds, Charity Monique Smith, Lara Ellen Stables, Rachel Eve Stoller, who is also receiving her graduate certificate in teacher licensure preparation. Daryl Lawrence Turner, Deanna Lynn Varlane, Tara D. Warren, Samantha Israel Wetzel, who is also receiving her graduate certificate in teacher licensure preparation. We now recognize the recipients of the Master of Human Resource Management degree. Andrell T. Dean, Elizabeth L. Stagg, Kenneth Clyde Walker III, Maria Paula Diaz, Megan Elizabeth Evans, Kathleen Nicole Hoffmeister, Nadia Natasha Jones, Amanda Beth Lane, Christina Nicole Martinez, Donna Jo McCroskey, Kaylee V. Reed, Lindsay Deirdre Spann, Jeffrey Teplis, We now recognize the recipients of the Master of Liberal Arts degree. Sunny Blevins Brown. Courtney Lynn Cooper. Jessica Pauline Davis. Jessica L. McKenna. Irene N. Salati. We now recognize the recipients of the Master of Nonprofit Studies degree. Lachelle Monet Lewis. Carissa Lynn McPherson. Mary Evelyn Wood. Brittany J. Andrews. Kendall Elizabeth Crawley Crawford. Christina L. George. Monica Laverne Jefferson. Andrea Elizabeth Macrianis. Erica Bibbs Phillips. Elizabeth Ann Spaked. Garrett Milford Stern. Jessica Yvonne Washington. Robert Jack Waters. We are extremely proud of each and every one of you. You have dedicated years to this triumph. Please, always consider us your family, and let us know what you achieve with this prestigious accomplishment. Let's give all of these outstanding students a round of applause.
Would Eric Beatty of the SPCS Alumni Association please join me to welcome our graduates to the ranks of the university's alumni? Eric?
I now invite the class of 2018 to stand and move your tassels to the left side of your caps as a symbolic gesture that you are now alumni of the University of Richmond. Congratulations. Please be seated.
Graduates, please be seated. For those of us who have chosen to spend our professional lives as educators, the opportunity to celebrate commencement and the remarkable graduates we honor today is especially gratifying. Many of you have taken a somewhat circuitous path to reach this point, balancing your studies with full-time jobs and family responsibilities, reading, writing, and studying late at night and in the early morning hours to achieve your academic goals. You have shown determination, a deep appreciation for the value of knowledge, and a love of learning. It has been a privilege for us to accompany you on your educational journey, which I hope will continue throughout your lives, although perhaps at a less demanding pace. Your learning has, in many ways, been richer because you've brought life's experiences and wisdom gained outside classroom walls to it. Our community has similarly been enriched by your presence. Our hope is that the tools you have gained here will enable your continued pursuit of knowledge after graduation, and that you will inspire others to follow in your lead. We are honored that you chose to join our academic community, and we look forward to your continued accomplishments in the years ahead. I am confident that you will make a difference in your community and in the lives of others. Moreover, I am grateful that through your service and involvement, you will continue to help the university to fulfill its commitment to the city of Richmond and the region that is our home. Thank you and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand for the benediction? And now, as you go from this place, may you find the right questions to ask. May you give even more than you have received. May you offer the very best of yourselves to all who cross your path. May hope inspire you. May friendship sustain you. May love surround you. And may God make his face to shine upon you this day and always. Amen. You may be seated.
Will the mace bearer please resume her place for the recessional? This concludes the 2018 commencement ceremony for the School of Professional and Continuing Studies. Please remain seated while the platform party and faculty recess. The graduates and family members are invited to a reception at the Robins Center Terrace, located upstairs. Ushers will direct you. Thank you and good day. This concludes the School of Professional and Continuing Studies commencement ceremony.